Happy Friday, everybody. I just got me a mid-yawn right when I clicked start. Yeah, it is February 23rd. It's 3:48 p.m. when I'm making this. Did I say it's 2018? It is 2018. I'm saying that for future's sake. When somebody's watching this 17 years from now, they'll be like, hey, this is what those assholes were talking about in 2018. I don't get it. Sometimes I draw a cartoon and then I have to go through my cartoons a year later, and I'll see some of my own work, and I'm like, what was I talking about? Sometimes I do that like a month later. You get to see the whole thing here. I went ahead and recorded the rough because I didn't think the rough would take long at all. And I was correct. It took about maybe 5-6 minutes or something like that. Yeah. I had this whole concept of, before it was announced that, look, I cannot spell surprise. I did that years ago. My very first job at the Pinole in Batesville, Mississippi. I had surprise in a cartoon, and every Friday we sat around and had a weekly meeting over the newspaper. It was a weekly newspaper, and that was circled in red. And I was like, I have not misspelled surprise since, at least I haven't published it when I misspelled it. I had this concept before Bolton was hired, before that was announced. I just had the whole manatee with Trump and come at me, bro. But I didn't really know how to do it. I just had the concept in my head. I was like, do I have any like words above it? Do I have anybody holding crap? Do I have the family saying anything like, what does come at me, bro mean? Wasn't sure. Didn't know how I was going to do it. It wasn't that I wasn't sure. I didn't know how. I just knew I wanted to draw Trump with the come at me, bro t-shirt. Because as funny as I think the manatees are, I just thought the come at me, bro was even funnier. I really wanted to use that expression. Come at me, bro. Because it's really, really dumb. And then Bolton was hired, and it all just kind of came together. I didn't really settle on doing the surprise at the top until I actually started working. That was like going through my head. Like, what do I put up here? Do I need to explain anything? And I work on Bolton here for a little while because it just, to me, just wasn't really working out. And even though he has a mustache, I wanted to do something to give him kind of the walrusy face, even though he's a manatee. But so, see, working on it, working on it, working on it. That's not good enough. Work on it some more. Hey, got a mustache now. Captain Mustache, let's go. All right, we got it, right? Perfect. Perfect. See? Now I'm happy with it. Keep watching. Keep watching. Man, I'm indecisive. I'm gonna watch me do this later. Right. See? Remember when I said I was happy with it? Wasn't happy with it. I realized his head needed to come to a point, and then the hair just needed to like spray out a little bit. And see, it's almost there. But wasn't happy with it. Mustache. I didn't think that worked out. Now I'm happy with it. Now I'm not happy with it. Now I'm happy with it. So here we go. Here we go. Now I'm not entirely happy with it. I think now I'm happy with it. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Other than drawing Bolton's head 7 times, this really didn't take that long to do all the actual drawing. And, yeah. Did I change this? No, I think that was it. And I was looking at the photo from this. In case you don't know, this is one of those cartoons, you know, I get the idea, and I think this is going to be great, or it's going to suck. People are just going to love it or hate it. So this is where I started Googling manatee tails, not just looking at photos from the Geico commercial. And that's what I was getting to. If you have not seen the Geico commercial, if you're like a really smart human being who never watches television, you're going to look at this cartoon and go, why are they using the manatee metaphor? Even people with TVs might be saying that. But I was like, it's going to work or it's not going to work, but I'm going to do it because I think it's funny. When I make myself laugh and to come at me, bro, make me laugh. So, but I've so far received a lot of comments on it that were just people were loving it, which I was hoping to get. Which I thought it could go, either way. People going, huh? Or, I love it, hey, manatees. Yahoo manatees. Alright, let's do some shout outs. Manatees. You know who's never commented? A manatee. This is the charcoal effect again. I realized that, well, I've realized before, but I'm really getting into that it's just a lot easier. Instead of doing ink on top of ink when I have to do the drawing, put lettering or other stuff on top of a color, that it works really well with the charcoal. So, I like that. Because there's like gradients to the charcoal, or you can do like waves or directions, whatever. When you do ink, it's just like blotched on there. It's just the color. There's like no strokes or anything that you can see. And what was that? I just like minimized. That's the one thing about working on digital, is that sometimes things freeze. This did not freeze on me. It was me the other night. But all my stuff disappeared whenever I minimized. See, my colors right there disappeared. I had to get that back. There it goes. Yeah. Sometimes my taskbar or my property bar would disappear too. The taskbar is on your left, the property bar is at the top. Yeah. And now it does that with this new program since I upgraded. I'm gonna do some shout outs here. Then I'll complain about some politics. Because I got plenty of time. This is a 16-minute video. That's insane. Insane. Alright. Quana came back. Quana truly loves me. Or, she loves my work anyway. She probably, if she met me, she'd probably be like, ugh. That guy. Yeah. That. Alright. But she shares my cartoon and my video on social media every single day. If she misses a day, I actually worry about her. Not like, oh no, she didn't love me. More like, I'm just hoping that she's okay, because she is that supportive and stuff. And nobody has any responsibility or requirement to share my work, but she's just so great about it, and she always writes really nice stuff too. So, Juana, I love you. I really appreciate that. Which now just pressures her that she has to keep doing it. Emily came in, and she loves the lettering as usual. And today she got to see the whole thing, even though not that much lettering. I mean, the lettering that we do have is kind of cool and it's important, but right there in the center and everything. So, and she was celebrating like, yeah, it's almost Friday. She said this yesterday. I don't have Fridays, Emily. Occasionally I get like a Saturday, and I think I am going to get Saturday off tomorrow. I rented The Darkest Hour last weekend, and I didn't watch it, because I also rented something else, and I don't remember what that was now. Thinking about it. I watched a movie last weekend, and I can't remember what it was. But I chose it over Darkest Hour to watch first. And then after that movie and ice cream, I just like too tired to watch another movie. Anyway, I'm going to try to do that. Robert Cortino said yesterday's cartoon with all the notes, the cliff notes for Trump, was one of my best concepts ever. Maybe Politico might agree with you, because that cartoon ran on Politico today. And I thank Matt Worker for doing that. Matt Worker probably never watched this video, so he won't know that I'm giving him a shout out. But Matt Worker selected my cartoon for Politico. He's a cartoonist for Politico, and he's a Pulitzer Prize winner and a Herblock winner. So he's has some pretty hefty accomplishments there. And that's all our shout outs. That was episode 47. Let's look at 46. I think I already gave you Knuckleheads all the shout outs for 46. Anybody else? Did I give Iona Nizer a shout out yesterday? She deserves one. Alright. And you know who did not comment on yesterday's video? So she's not going to get a shout out. That's right. I'm not saying your name. Alright. Let's see if she comments on that. She knows who I'm talking about. Hey. I got to draw the bubbles. Happy little bubbles. Now it's shading. Shading didn't take too long. I actually, sometimes when I look back on what I'm doing, or look at certain cartoon, I remember exactly what I was listening to when I did that. And right when this shading was going on, I was listening to U2's Vertigo. A lot of people hate that song, but I really dig it. Because it's so Telecaster tone. Just tell it's Telecaster. It's just a fun rock and roll song. Yeah, I do like the way Bolton came out. I like the way the stupid in the hand came out too. That was alright. It's alright. I was also debating with myself how to, what color to make the manatees. And I'm really sorry to pick on manatees, but it's worked. I went to the site that talks about commercials. There are these advertising sites. And it talks about who the actors are. Sometimes I get nosy, like, who's the Toyota girl? And is she really pregnant? Because I noticed that there's a pregnant girl hawking Toyotas, which is really cool. That doesn't get you canned or put off for a while. I think that's awesome. And then I saw some people complaining about it, like, yeah, that's disgusting. I don't want to see a pregnant woman on TV. Really? Really? Damn. But anyway, I get sidetracked there. I was reading about the Geico commercial, and in the story, it talks about how the manatees are CGI, which is not surprising, because they're wearing t-shirts. And in the comments under it, somebody wrote, hey, how did they get those t-shirts on those manatees? Like, and the story wasn't even that long. It was like 3 paragraphs. 3 short paragraphs. But then somebody else complained that it distracts from, like, the Save the Manatee projects and stuff like that, because manatees are always getting hurt by propellers or boats and stuff like that, which really sucks. I hate that. And the commercial shouldn't be using manatees to make fun. I disagree. I think whenever you use manatees, something like that, it makes people like me start Googling manatees and looking on Wikipedia, even though I've done that before with manatees. I've done that with just about every animal in the world at this point. I've looked on Wikipedia to read about squirrels, okay? Which is really lame, because you should know everything in the world about squirrels. Did you know they're rodents? I'm sure you did. But anyway, I go down wormholes, as I said. And this is why it takes me like 7 hours to draw a cartoon. Because I do all that crap while I'm working. Because I think of stuff. What else did I listen to? I can't remember what I was listening to at this point. I was listening to some 90s alt-rock. I listened to some Pearl Jam, some STP. I know I listened to Cracker Man at one point. Stone Temple Pilots. If you don't know Cracker Man, you don't know music. You gotta go listen to Cracker Man. Actually, when you do it like that, it sounds just like Vertigo. Huh. But anyway, Trump has hired this idiot, this maniac, John Bolton, who really wants to bomb somebody. I mean, this guy wants to go to war. He's wanted to go to war against Cuba, Iran, and North Korea. This guy wants to go to war so bad that he just makes up shit about countries, he's part of the reason that we went to Iraq. And he made up a whole bunch of information about that too. He was all on that big campaign about, they have weapons of mass destruction, so we have to go in there. And after, of course, they didn't find anything, they were like, we didn't go there for weapons of mass destruction. We went there to get rid of Saddam Hussein. Yeah, that's the only reason we went there. We got enough liars. But basically, we traded General H.R. McMaster for Captain Mustache, John Bolton. And we were talking before that to get a job in the Trump administration, you either have to be on Fox and Friends or Captain Kangaroo. But actually, John Bolton, in all seriousness, he is on Fox and Friends. He's at least on Fox News all the time. He's a talking head. Trump hires people on TV, just hires people who look good on TV. He originally didn't want to hire John Bolton because he didn't like his mustache, and I also heard that he didn't like his voice. It was annoying. His voice is annoying as Donald Trump's voice, especially when he's whiny. And the other thing is, this whole thing about wanting to fight Joe Biden. Joe Biden was talking about if they were in high school, he'd have to take him behind the gym and beat him up for the way Trump talks better, or if he disrespects women. And you know what? Trump came back, I beat you, have to go down fast and hard, and you'd be sobbing all the way. But Trump didn't have any issue about being accused of disrespecting women. He was just more about his ego. It wasn't about the accusation at all. If someone defends women, and then you go after the guy who's after you for the way you treat women, you are a bully. It just shows what kind of person you are. This cartoon is almost done. But we already knew what kind of person Trump is. The kind of person he are. He's horrible. Trump isn't just a horrible president. He's a horrible human being. And when I see people defend him, it makes other people horrible. I mean, some people you think were okay in your life. Yeah, that guy's alright. He's a conservative. But, you know, he's alright. There's nothing wrong with being a conservative. But when they start defending Trump, making shit up, and everything, they're defending this repulsive person. And they think, well, but I'll get tax cuts in the Supreme Court. Justice, I won't. Even if we have to steal that Supreme Court seat. But it's okay. But when you do that, don't you compromise all your values? Don't you compromise every single principle that you used to claim you had? And that you still claim you have? But apparently you don't. Obviously you don't. Anyway, if you support these guys, you suck. Here comes your cartoon. Here comes the finished cartoon. Yeah, it is all my screen. All my little tiny videos. There's your cartoon, folks. It is done. Go to the blog at Claytoonz.com and read the column too. Yeah. Alright. I was cut off yesterday really quick while making the video. And my bowels won't let me. Because I didn't see it coming. I see it coming now, I think. Anyway, click like. Please subscribe to the channel. Come back and keep watching. And now I'm about to say goodbye. Because we got a couple little... Goodbye. See you Saturday.